Oh, also, maybe we should move on to the topic of what we kind of promised at the beginning, the topic of what it's like to live here now that people are starting to panic, now that there's like two camps of people, right? But I would say even like the majority, maybe like 60-70% of people are kind of panicking now and concerned over the virus. You know, if you go into any store, it's either sold out or, you know, you won't find any face masks or any cleansing gels. Like, I always forget, but anyway, like the antibacterial, antiviral hand gels, these kind of things, you just are very lucky to find them. And also respirators online, they're charging, I mean, over fourfold of the original price. Like,
crazy. Yeah, I remember crazy. Because, yeah, when you were buying, you were buying the respirators, how many, you paid 400 for 3 respirators, or
400 crowns, so that, yeah, like 400 crowns for 3. So if we just quickly convert that, that could be about like $20, right? $20 for 3 respirators that are all the correct rating, yeah.
Yeah, when I checked yesterday, it cost 700 and 800 basically for 1 respirator. And they are, you know, that's one of the only websites that still sells them. And face masks are sold out in basically every single pharmacy. I don't think they're sold out in the pharmacy close to our school yet.
Yeah, because no one knows it's there, but
no one really knows about that pharmacy.
Just to quickly say, though, 700 or 800 crowns is about $40. Yeah, just to kind of add that in. Yeah, it's a little crazy. Also, apparently the market is now not saturated, I would say, but there are now like fakes of the respirators being created. They're obviously much lower quality, and that's also concerning. I mean, you know.
I actually heard cases of, I think it was in China, of people reselling their already used one-time used mask, which is not the greatest thing.
Yeah, because I think people, just to kind of add context, it's because people are required to have face masks when they go out. So that's why people sell their used ones. That's absolutely like, yeah. I think they get about 3 from like the government per day, but still, it's a little crazy. And just to contrast kind of the situation here and in China, I mean, we're kind of at the brink of, because there's no confirmed cases yet, I would kind of say we're at the brink of the whole shebang with it, you know. Whereas in China, they're now settling into normal life, at least in the affected cities, of living with the threat of the virus. And it's interesting because I saw a video of a Czech person who lives in one of the, I cannot remember what city it is now, I think Chengdu, but he lives in that area that's under quarantine. And so just to contrast our life here, like we've said, stores are sold out, people are starting to panic. If you want personal space on the bus, you just need to cough, that's it. Although I will say from experience, mostly that just seeing other people cough just earns them like mean stares. But yeah, and people are concerned, but there's also people that are just not concerned at all, and then that just kind of wave it off as, you know, I'm cool enough not to worry about the coronavirus. Yeah, do you have anything like kind of to add on the situation here?
I actually haven't been to all the shopping that we have done here. It was done by either my mom or my sister. I was too lazy to go yesterday. But they did a very good job. We filled our fridge. Obviously not. It was also not only shopping for crazy like panic shopping. It was actually like normal shopping because we have nothing in our fridge, so we wanted to obviously go shop for stuff. But when they went to the local supermarket, and everything was full. There was no really shortages, but the main reason for that, I think, is because there's basically no parking around the store, and it is underground and it is hidden. So it's, you know, not
it's like
that
a
many
nuclear shelter.
It's really, it's actually crazy because it's underground and there's like pillars everywhere supporting it. It's kind of funky. It's kind of fun. But
Ooh.
I've talked to my Japanese teacher about it. She went to a recent supermarket, you know, all the spaghetti and pasta was sold out. So whole shelves are not being, you know, emptied, but some sections, at least from like what I've heard.
No, you're just kind of parasiting off your family. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, but, my family and the things I've heard. Yeah.
And the supplies. No, but very interesting. Also, I just wanted to add, for those who don't know, like we have Rohlik and Koshik. They're basically like online supermarkets. You can order from them, and then if you have a total of over, I think 1,000 crowns or something, they'll ship it to you for free. So it's not like a physical place, but you can just order groceries online. So I heard, because people obviously are using it to stock up as well, so they don't even have to go to the supermarket. That kind of what we did partially, but very interesting. I read online that they had to impose a limit on orders to make sure that people didn't buy out the entire store. And I was like, oh, okay, that's gonna be like, I don't know, 10 kilos, 20 kilograms, right? You would think so, but how much do you think people were buying? How much would you guess, unless you've read that already?
For one person, or for like how many people in total were like buying? How many like kilograms of food
I mean for like per order. What is the maximum amount of weight of just groceries that you can order to your house?
15 kilograms?
15? Interesting guess. The maximum now is 50, but that's because people were apparently trying to order as much as half a ton of groceries.
No.
Right? Right?
What are they buying? What were they buying?
Like livestock or something?
100 of like spaghetti packets, like canned food,
and like
toilet
they're
paper,
like
just
preparing for a nuclear war. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Listen, a little PSA to calm everyone down. Please do not buy a yearly supply of food.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to know a weird, funky fact? Yeah. I love your reaction. Yeah, that was me when I found out. Like, I just could not get over it. Like, you would have to literally order a whole cow to your house. I just can't imagine.
That's how. Like, how do you fit that in your fridge? What? Do they have like
yeah, how many
rooms
fridges do you have? Yeah.
Oh boy. Anyway, what about
I don't know, but do you want to hear like a fun, funky fact? So if you wanted technically the ultimate food that you could store in your house for any kind of emergencies would be, if it was food, uranium, because apparently it has 20 billion calories per gram. I want to say, like, I fact checked this and apparently it's correct, but it does sound a little funky to me. But I mean,
I don't. Well, here, okay. Quick disclaimer: do not eat uranium. Please do not eat it.
Even if you're quarantined.
Even if you're quarantined, don't just stack yourself with uranium and think that you're good to go. Since this is
the University of Texas at Dallas, it says it has about 10,000 joules per 1 gram, like, of uranium 235, but I don't know. Apparently, the 20 billion calories is from Reddit, so that's a little funky. It's kind of a questionable source, but take it with a pinch of salt. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. Go on.
No. Yeah. We can close this off in a couple of minutes, but I just want to talk about the overall responsiveness of the world, and more of just the information that organizations who are supposed to inform us and are supposed to really focus on world health, how they're, I don't know. It's been really interesting seeing the World Health Organization, and I've seen many different, I've, been online, I've watched their live streams, they're live streaming their, updating, they're live streaming kind of their conferences, I'm not really sure what to call them, and just the comments there saying that they distrust the WHO, and I wondered why this was happening, why people are so, they're distrusting this huge organization, which is part of the United Nations, and it's has a bit of history behind it, actually, because the current WHO Director General, his name is Tedros Adhanom, sorry. And there's just been, very interesting stuff, corruption in the WHO, things like that, where he used to be part of Ethiopia. He's from Ethiopia, part of a Tigray Liberation Front. And it was apparently a Ethiopian People Revolutionary Democratic Front, and it was apparently violent and repressive. And it's really interesting to see kind of the background of these things. And obviously they've praised China a lot, and China definitely deserves some of the praise that it's getting. They've had they've quarantined it. They've gone really. They've gone beyond what I don't know, but yeah, definitely a lot of praise for China, but that is also partly because China has a big influence over the WHO.
Oh yeah, it does have a big influence.
In 2017, it got a lot of financial contribution from China, which is very interesting to see, because apparently the control and prevention, the coronavirus kind of team in the WHO is apparently very underfunded, which is very interesting. And just some other things, WHO is keeping Taiwan out of the WHO, like as a member state. So Taiwan cannot be part of any of its meetings, not even as an observer, which is actually concerning, because that means it puts Taiwan's population at risk. Taiwan not getting this direct information makes the population of Taiwan very vulnerable in this crisis. And so it's kind of ironic to see that an organization who's supposed to be it's a World Health Organization, and concerned for the whole entire world and its health, is rejecting Taiwan. And also, one last thing it's an interesting fact, I'm not sure, but China wants to apparently build headquarters for the Africa Center for Disease Control and Prevention in Africa, obviously. And guess where they're building it?
Where are they?
They're building it in Ethiopia, where the Director General of the WHO is from. So just an interesting connection. That's just,
That is interesting. I mean, yeah, I guess nothing about the WHO necessarily ensures that it won't be, well, I guess we could even say corrupt, unfortunately.
But of course. I don't want everyone to suddenly distrust WHO. Obviously, there are some great people on there. Take information from WHO and from other sources. And I think, if you mix it up with different sources that, of course, are trustworthy, then there's no harm in, of course, Yeah, we'll see where it goes. We'll see.
Yeah, and make sure it's like doctors, even governments are better. Like information from governments, while I see that some people might not trust it, it's, better than just asking your grandma what you should do to avoid the coronavirus. So even doctors in general are good. I mean, especially doctors are good sources. And I wouldn't really trust anything beyond, just don't trust people on the internet telling you to eat garlic against the coronavirus. I mean, eat garlic, but it won't protect you, So, yeah.
Yep.
Interesting note, though, about the WHO. Much appreciated.
Oh, thank you. Just, pop it in there.
Pop it in.
Let's sign off.
Yep.
Thank you so much for listening. This has been me and
me.
Rita. So we just want to thank you for listening, and
thank you. This was our first podcast ever, so we just want to put that out there.
Please stay safe, stay informed,
and stay tuned.
Stay on top of things. Stay tuned. All right, well, Thank you. And bye.
Bye bye.